Seint for mature skin. I'm going to show you in about 20 minutes how I get this whole look, but if I wasn't talking, I could probably do this whole look in about 7 minutes maximum, and this is the most beautiful I feel. I feel the most beautiful in this exact look. I'm going to show you how to get it. Let's go. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm a 30-year pro makeup artist, creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass, which, by the way, I'm moving my masterclass. So if you're one of my masterclass students, my husband and I are in the process of getting off Teachable. They want like $2,000 a year. And I'm just not getting the same amount of students I used to. I think just because we live in such when I created the masterclass, there was very little information on how to do mature technique. Now it's just free stuff everywhere. So the people who sign up with me now really are kind of leery of makeup. They're not really sure what works. They want a trusted source. And so that's who's continuing to sign up for my masterclass, and I appreciate that. But for that reason, I'm going to be moving my masterclass over to my own personal website. There'll be a login. Don't worry, we'll let you all know. I just wanted to state that real quick. Also, if you are a regular Seint customer, I will be doing a video next Monday. So instead of my usual Wednesday Seint video, I'll be doing a YouTube next Monday on all the holiday releases. We can't talk about them early. We have to wait, but oh, I'm so excited. I really am this is the most excited I've been about Seint holiday, okay? Okay, we are gonna do mature makeup Seint, okay? This is mature makeup. We're gonna go fast because I have a campaign to do and I wanna show you how fast and easy this is. I have my skincare on, I have my sunscreen on. This is Then I Met You SPF 50. I love it. I think it might be a mineral hybrid. Let me see. Yeah, it just says broad spectrum, but I think it's a mineral hybrid because, I don't know, it goes on kind of white, so I feel like it has a little mineral in it, but I could be wrong, okay? So I have my Lashify on in dark brown. I have my brows already on. It's just L'Oreal brow pencil, and we're gonna get started real quick because like I said, I have to go do a campaign in my car. I did it last week and it wasn't officially approved by the legal department, so now I have to reshoot the whole thing, and it's in my car, and that's so fun for me, I think. Okay, oh, you know what we didn't do? Vaseline. I also want a quick video today. So when people sign up for Seint and they're like, oh, can you just send me a really quick, easy video on how to put Seint on? I just want a really quick, fast, easy video of how to put Seint on. Okay, we're not doing eyeshadows today. There's gonna be massive eyeshadow looks coming because our advent calendar has some of the best eyeshadows we've ever created. Oh, you know what? I didn't do my parentheses. By the way, I'm gonna be buried with this. Look at how much is left, and I've had it 1.5 years. I like to do the sides of my nose. It fills in the nooks and crannies. People are always asking me, why Vaseline? Because it fills in the nooks and crannies. It floats on the surface. In addition to filling in texture, it floats on the surface, and then your makeup floats on top of that. And people are like, isn't it greasy? No, it's an occlusive. It's not greasy. And it doesn't move. It stays where you put it. It's quite amazing. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna get started. I'm gonna go in real quick with just my Athens. And yesterday I did this in Instagram stories and I did it backwards. So yesterday I did contour first, but sometimes that can confuse people. So we're just gonna do foundation first, okay? And I'm just, look, see how I'm just patting it? Sometimes I do a little light rub, but I don't dig it in, okay? Because we don't need a lot. We really don't. Okay? And I have it everywhere, but notice how I didn't put it on my jawline yet, and I didn't put it at the top of my forehead because I already know where I'm gonna put bronzer or contour, so I'm gonna go in right now and do that. So I'm going to take Ash. To me, Ash is like the prettiest kind of cool leaning neutral contour, but it almost, I call it it to me, it's more of a bronzer because it almost has a little bit of a cool bronze to it. It's probably, I think Ash is the prettiest contour we make, in my opinion. If you're fair skin, you could do Aspen, but Aspen I think is a little too light and gray for me. We don't want to look gray, women. We don't want to look gray. We want to look contoured. We want some depth. Notice how I'm not going into my temples because I'm already hollowing out. We're not drawing attention to hollow spaces. Okay, if you're hollowing all through here, you're not going to use contour. That would be silly. You don't want to make yourself look sick. But I have full cheeks, so I'm going to go in. I'm actually on the cheekbone, but see, it looks like it's lower because it's hitting my natural shadow. So I'm going above my natural shadow, but once you put this on, it looks lower because of the natural shadow. So we do have to be very careful. I am very broad through the cheeks. I've had these little apple cheeks my whole life. They're not that little actually. They're, in my opinion, quite large. I like to do the sides of my nose just lightly, not heavy, because I'm gonna contour the nose in a minute. I go under the chin. What's ever left on the brush, I take under here. Okay. And that's it. I'm not going to blend anything. I'm just going to leave it just like that. Okay, now I can take what's left on my brush. I'm not adding more foundation, and I'm just lightly, I'm not digging hard. I'm lightly blending the two together. Okay, I'm lightly blending the contour so it's not super visible. Okay. And then my jawline, I don't have anything on it yet. My jawline is light because my neck is light. I don't want to go too dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up with this side of my brush, I'm going to pick up a little bit of white peach. For some of you, I might put you in Aura. For some of you, I might put you in Palace if you have a lot of pink in your skin. For some of you, I might put you in Candlelit. It all depends. If your neck is light, if your neck is not light, skip this step. If your neck has a lot of sun damage and you have like a darker ruddy neck and a darker ruddy chest, I'm probably gonna put you in Hazel. Hazel is perfect for that ruddiness. Okay, Hazel looks really dark on the website. It's not. I can wear Hazel in the summer. It's not that dark, okay? And then I like to take a little white peach right here in my temples, and you see how that just like expanded my temples? My temples now look fuller. So it's like we gave ourselves a little bit of Sculptra in our temples. We made our temples look a little bit more voluminous by putting a light color there. Okay, then I'm going back in with Ash, and I'm gonna go into my eye area. I'm being just quick and easy today. Quick and easy. This is just quick, easy, pretty makeup. Okay? And it's okay to take it down the sides of the nose a little bit if you want. You just don't want anything too dark in the inner corners of the eye because it can, again, hollow us out. If you're hollowing out, wherever you're hollowing out, wherever you see shadows on your face, be very careful of contour, okay? Then I just kind of pat around it to make sure it's blended, but this is why we love creams. They practically blend themselves, okay? I have not done concealer yet. I'm gonna do color corrector, but the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look in the mirror. I'm gonna take a damp blender. Seint makes a great one. I just don't think I have a Seint one right now. I think I ran out. And this one, they don't make this shape anymore, which is such a bummer because I love this flat shape. So I'm really probably using this long beyond what I need to. But what I like about this is this can pick up any excess that we have in certain areas and also press it into our face. Okay, but see how I look like I just have one color, and I have Athens, I have white peach, and I have contour. But it just kind of looks like, okay, you just have a nice normal face. You don't have makeup on. This is a no makeup look, which is why it's so gorgeous on mature skin. It's gorgeous. I have a little red spot there. I'm gonna go over it a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna take my color corrector and I'm gonna take peach. Some of you need orange. Some days I use orange some days. I've shown you here how to use orange. But some of you need orange, and it's bright and it's scary looking. But you have to have orange in order to knock back the blues and the purples under the eye. The darker your under eye, the more bright orange you need. Peach is not going to cut it. Peach is for people like me or lighter. Okay, so if you've tried the peach and you're like, it just doesn't cover, exactly. You need orange. And I can do that another time, but I've done lots of videos on how to wear orange under the eye, okay? That looks great. And then I'm gonna take the fluffy side. I'm gonna take a little bit of this 01, which is an even lighter peach, and see how I'm just kind of lightly blending it, kind of just really patting it on just to kind of help even me out a little bit. I do have some blue veins, but I'm not going into great detail today because again, I'm doing a car video and that windshield light, it just floods all the flaws. And it's not a makeup video anyway, it's a pharmaceutical video, okay? Now I'm going to take Dahlia and put it in my cheeks. I go a little heavier, like right in between my hairline and my nose. I start there and then I kind of go towards the hairline but not too heavy, and then I come into the apple because, you know, I have an apple. You're gonna wear color on an apple. If you don't wear color on an apple, then your apple looks just naked and bare and weird, in my opinion. You might disagree. I think we all need a little color on the apple if we have an apple. Not everyone has an apple. Okay? Talking about the apple girls. If you're not an apple girl, you can wear the blush back and even a little higher. Okay, what's ever left on the brush, I like to take a little tiny blush to the outer eyes, just super lightly. I like a little bit on the nose because when we go into the sun, of course, the bridge of our nose gets color. Okay? Now, that might not be enough blush for me. Okay? That might not be enough, so I think I'm going to do a little more. See, because now that the blood has left the surface, when we're doing this, the blood comes to the surface. Now it's been like a minute, the blood goes away. So I want to see more pink, especially because I'm going to be in the car and I'm going to need some color. Okay? So I'm going a little bit heavier. Don't let it scare you because I have a trick. Okay? I'm going to check the under eyes real quick while we're waiting for that. Oh my gosh, the under eyes are gorgeous. Gorgeous. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now we're going to take our pencils. The Seint pencils are phenomenal. Also, I put this on when the video started. I love this new Seint lip balm. You can see how much I've used it. I used it before I do every makeup. Even if I'm not doing Seint and I'm working for another brand, first thing on my lips, because it prepares your lips. It fills in the nooks and crannies. It's amazing. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do a little pepper. So I want a little pepper on my nose. You do not have to contour your nose, but I had a button nose my whole life. Now it's dipping, so I like to do a little contour with pepper. I'm also going to take a little pepper in my crease. Now pepper is a lip product, and so you don't have to work with it as quickly as when we are using our silk pencils. The silk pencils dry down quickly. You have to blend very quickly, but pepper is a satin, and so it's considered more for lips, but it can go anywhere on the face. Our pencils can go anywhere on the face. There's no right or wrong. Okay? Okay, so there's my nose. Cute, cute, cute. Now I'm gonna do some pepper under my lip to look like a shadow, but I'm not using pepper today to contour my lips because I want something with a little more color. And then I'm blending pepper in the crease of my eye, and it's just giving beautiful definition without looking textury. Creams on the eyes don't always last as long as a powder shadow, but they look more like real skin, and I love them. Okay, so that's pepper in the crease of my eye. Okay, now I've let the blush sit there a minute. I'm pretty happy with this amount, but it needs to be blended. I'm going to take my foundation brush. There's nothing on it except whatever foundation was left. And I'm going to go over the top of the blush and the inside of the apple. Okay? And it's going to give it a more airbrushed look, and also the pink will look like it's coming from under the skin. I think every woman needs a pink. Every woman in the world can wear pink blush. And to me, I think Dahlia works great for winters. It works great for true springs. It works great for autumns because you can mix it with bronzer to make it earthier. And I dare say, I think Dahlia could even work for summers, but you know it's even prettier for a summer? Raspberry. Raspberry is gorgeous for summers. It's a little bit more cool, okay? So there we go. There is my face. Now, let's really quickly do a lip liner. Let me see, what am I doing today? Toffee, brownie, do I want toffee? I might want toffee. Pretty. If you are new here, you can get a free color match. Isn't that exciting? You don't have to guess your colors. I tell you. And then you can tell your friends that a real professional Hollywood makeup artist who's worked on celebrities did your color match. You can have a little bragging rights, okay? So I wanted a warmer lip line, and then I'm gonna do, I think, strawberry. I want strawberry because I just want really light lips. Okay? Get the outer corners. You can always take a little bit of your cute, okay? How much time we got? We are at 18 minutes. Okay, real quick, I'm going to do a quick eyeliner and then we're done. I'm gonna do espresso. Now, if you need to sharpen it, you can always pinch the tip and twist it a few times, or you can twist it a little bit as you draw, and now I've got more of a point. And I really only want it on the outer half of the eye. It's just to give me a little bit more definition to my eyeline, because again, I want to look natural, but I'm going to be in the car. And there we go, just a little bit to the outer lash line. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Aries. Aries is the prettiest. Aries is the prettiest eyeshadow. I did this yesterday on Instagram. It's kind of like a sparkly white, but it's like sheer. It's like a sheer see-through white with a little bit of like a pixie dust in it. That's Aries. And I like it just on the center of the eye only. And then you could even, let me see. You can even take the little edge brush, pick up a little bit, and just do a tiny bit on the inner corner of the eye. To me, that just makes the inner eye look open and awake. And I love that look. And that's it. The eyes are super natural. I felt so pretty yesterday. Oh, you know what else I did yesterday? I did a tiny bit of Dahlia on the lips. I forgot. But I keep it on the outside. I keep it on the outside corners. And maybe down by the line. And then that way we've got a little bit of the cheek and the lip in, you know, in unison, but we've got the strawberry in the middle to make it look a little fuller and more pouty, okay? And there we go. I am off to shoot in my car. What do we think? I love it. I wore this all day yesterday. I even did a TikTok yesterday. I got so many compliments on my makeup. I had so many women on Instagram reaching out about this exact look. I think this is so beautiful. I think I might feel the most beautiful when I'm just in this look. Just a really feathery eyelash in brown, and then a little bit of eyeliner just on the outside of my eye. Almost no shadow, just a little bit of natural contouring in the crease just to add a little dimension, and then a pink cheek, and then a soft pink but neutral, soft nude lip. And the tiniest bit of contouring. I could have used bronzer, but going into winter, I just like ash. I feel the most beautiful just like this. I love this look. This is my favorite go-to look. So I wanted you to see it, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next Monday for our big Seint holiday releases. I am so excited. I'll be showing you everything. I'll be swatching everything. And then for all the coming weeks, I'm going to be showing you different eye looks. So we're just going to kind of concentrate on eyes the next remainder of the year for Seint, because I want to show you all the beautiful eye looks you can get with the new advent calendar. It is gorgeous. Okay, see you next time. Bye for now. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot powder. Of course I have to show you powder. Oh my goodness. Okay, I like the Feather Blot powder because it can set makeup, although really cream makeup doesn't really go anywhere, but it blurs. And for those of you always asking me, like, what's a good blurring primer? You don't want a blurring primer. You want just good skincare. Powder is what blurs. In my pro kit, all the years that I did weddings, photo shoots, commercials, TV, every single time I used a blurring powder, and most of the time for me, I used IT Cosmetics by Pores. When I did that on women, they were amazed. They're like, where are my pores? I'm like, exactly. So you want a blurring powder. So I just put it in areas where I need blurring. For me, that's through the center where we have pores. If you are an oily girl, or if you are combo and you have larger pores and you're self-conscious, after you use a brush, because you do want to use a brush to dust it lightly all over, you can go in, you can pick it up and put it just where you have pores that you want to blur. This is the best way. Blotting is the best way to hide pores. It works. It blurs, it will set your foundation, and it can also help control shine. Now, we have gotten into this like world of like long wearing makeup where women are like, help, my makeup is shiny in 4 to 5 hours. Yeah, because if you have oily skin, you have oily skin. So you're gonna carry your powder, and you know what? You could buy a powder in one of these little 2 pans, okay? You can put a powder in there and maybe your lip. You could put 2 powders in there, so you can do this. But yeah, what happened to the days where every woman carried a compact powder? Every woman carried a lipstick and a lip liner and a mirror, and we touched up several times a day. Even when I was a pro makeup artist in retail, even at Saks Fifth Avenue or Nordstrom, or when I worked for MAC Cosmetics, we touched up. What happened to that practice? All of a sudden, everyone wants an 18-hour foundation, an 18-hour lipstick. Those aren't pretty. Okay, if they're 18-hour, they're not pretty to mature skin. They're just not. So I need you to all get in the habit of touching up, okay? Marilyn Monroe did, Elizabeth Taylor did. Through history of time, women touch up their makeup. It's what we do, okay? All right. Glad we had that come to Jesus.